Out here at the old military trail at Prairie Lake. You've probably seen a few of my other videos. Well, I decided to come out here this morning and do a little bit of a day hike. I kind of hope you come along with me and kind of enjoy my day out here. Didn't really have a reason to come out here, you know. Yeah, I did. I need to get in the woods. So, come on, guys. Let's go. Well, here we go up the first hill. Yeah, I can tell I'm out of shape. I'm already huffing and puffing a bit, but once I get going, I'll get over that. Anyway, we're going to head up here. I'm not sure which camp I'll stop at. We'll figure that out when we get there. Come around the first bend up here and then come up the first hill, I think. Really? Are you joking? You know, when I see stuff like this out on a hiking trail, God, I hate to guess what the rest of the trail is going to look like. They hiked this thing in, but they couldn't carry it out. We're less than a quarter mile from the parking lot. Oh, and that's all downhill. I'm gonna have some good eats while I'm out here too. Stopped at the store to get a steak, and most of them didn't look that good. Then I saw a bison steak. I went, ooh. It said all natural, vegetarian fed, but that doesn't really bother me either way, but bison steak sounded good. Wait a minute. Vegetarian fed meat. Okay. Still gonna taste good in the coals. There are some very, very beautiful valleys in this area. They're not so much on the trail. The trail goes through part of it. This area is pretty rough. It would definitely be off trail. The camera cannot portray how beautiful it is. I sometimes wished I had the resources that you guys have in the east. Oh, smelling roses. Oh, you guys, if you've been over there, you know the beautiful parks he goes to. And sometimes wished I had those here. But then I remind myself I just need to stop and look what God's done here and enjoy the scenery and the beauty that he's given us here. Someday I want to go down through there and go off trail. I bet that's beautiful down in there. Let's go on. One thing to remember when you get going out on these hikes and you're ready to hit the trail, don't forget to keep a bottle of water handy so you don't have to stop and take your pack off. Have it handy to reach. I have it in a little fanny pack that I'm carrying besides other water in my pack and my canteen. I get going and I forget to stop and hydrate. Don't forget. See me? I wish the camera could show you. It's so beautiful. So beautiful. Let me get out of God's handiwork. Natural bison. Well, is there any other type of bison? Natural bison, vegetarian fed steak. ribeye steak. Montreal steak sauce. Let's get this thing seasoned. Just looks like a steak to me. I like that steak sauce, or steak seasoning. Put it on nice and heavy. Let's throw that in our trash sack. Wrap that back up. Let's get a fire going. Well, look what just jumped out of my fire pit. My grandson would go nuts trying to catch that thing right about now. Well, I'm not going to punish you to watch me eating my piece of bison ribeye. Plus I forgot a plate, so I'm going to be eating it caveman style. I don't know if you can hear the birds. I mean, the finest of music at the finest of steakhouses has nothing on this. Nothing. I'll let you know how it was. Okay, I lied. I'm going to make you suffer. Oh, that is so good. You waiting for a review? Enough said. Laying here in the hammock, started hearing a little bit of noise. What was it? Rain. Been so hot and humid lately. It's welcomed. Well, here comes the part I always dislike the most. Time to start tearing down camp and getting ready to head back. Been fun. Had my bison steak. Did a little bit of exploring. Some of the areas I hadn't been in before. Got a little nap time in. The rain was a tease. I was sure hoping that we would get a little bit more rain than we got. It was just a sprinkle, just enough to hear it on the top of the trees, but not enough to actually get down below that. But while exploring, I found the hiking trail. I've never been on it in this area. I came in the paved road. I think on the way back, we're going to take the hiking trail. Let's see what that's all about. Well, let me tear down camp, and we'll get heading down the road. We're heading into the woods. We're going to take the nature trail back. Come on. But we're not so much on the trail right now, but headed towards it. I don't know if you can see the lake through the trees, but that's deceptive. There's quite a drop off between here and there. The trail is on this upper side of the hill. I wish it was lower down there, but it is what it is. So the lake is out there, but there's two pretty good sized drop-offs, and I'm not going to go down to that other one. Oh yes I am, because that's where the trail's at. There's the trail. The trail runs right along the side of this cliff, or drop off, valley, whatever you want to call it. And the lake's over there, or a arm of the lake I should say. Well, let's hit the trail. Now, this is a lot nicer to walk along than the paved road. A little bit cooler. Whole lot more scenery. I think I'm going to start taking this way when I come in. Cool little stream bed along the trail here. The trail I was on was a bit deceptive. Started on it and then it turned like it was going to head the opposite direction. But it did. It meandered down the hillside, twisted and turned. And now it's taking me back to the direction that I need to be going. First I thought it was going to go the opposite way. Kind of cool. Learning the trails. Alright, time to get back on the road. Yeah, you go first. Well, I've often seen this bridge from the road. The road is actually just right up there. Got a mosquito flying around. But I've seen the bridge from the road, but I've never been down here on this trail. We're going to check it out. Well, I hope it's trustworthy. We'll find out. Grab my water here and let's go. We'll step over that board. Be a pretty sight. If it wasn't for that culvert. I'm wondering about the condition of the trail from here. The trail's not too bad once you get past that bad spot right on the other side of the bridge. Really not too bad at all. Beautiful. The stuff I would have missed if I would have just kept taking the road in every time, the paved road. How do they say that? The stuff you miss by not getting off the beaten path. Well, this is a beaten path, but it's not a paved road anyway. All new territory to me. Oh, cool. Oh, hey. Oh, heck yeah. I think I found a new campsite. So cool. Cool. Had no idea this was back in here. Well, some of the trails aren't marked as good as I was hoping. I ended up coming through that instead of along the trail on the hillside. Either way, I'm back to the parking lot. Huffing and puffing, but I'm here. Well guys, back to the parking lot. Had a good day on my just had to get to the woods day. A little hot. Had a good time either way. Had some good bison steak. Had a little rest in my hammock. Made myself an easy chair to sit in for a little bit. Got lost. Well, not really. Just found some areas I didn't know that were there, and found the trails weren't marked as well as I thought they should have been, and got off the trail and got into some thicket and fought my way. Ended up having to actually walk up to the highway and then walk along the highway to here. And so I got here. This is a good example to always carry a map with you, even if you think you know the area. Make sure you have GPS, and make sure you know where the main roads are around the park if they're close enough. And as I said, always carry a map unless you got some jackwagon that thinks they need them all more than you do. Well guys, thanks for enjoying my time with me, and even if you got a couple hours, man, get out to the wood.